My stepdad went through our phones for 6 months straight until his own secret destroyed him. Sunday dinner at our house meant two things guaranteed to happen before dessert came out. My stepdad would complain about his construction crews being lazy, and then he'd demand everyone hand over their phones for inspection. He started this ritual 6 months ago after finding out my stepbrother got detention for vaping in the school bathroom. And every week we all sat there while he scrolled through our texts, photos, and search histories like he was conducting a federal investigation. My mom went along with it because she didn't want another fight after he paid all our bills. He made my mom hand over her phone too, saying leadership meant going first, though he spent about 10 seconds on his own device before declaring himself clean and moving on to interrogating the rest of us. The routine was always the same, where he found something to lecture about no matter how innocent it actually was. Last week he found a text where I told my friend her boyfriend was hot and gave me a 20-minute speech about respecting relationships. My stepbrother had a girl text him a heart emoji, and my stepdad called her parents to say she was being inappropriate. Week 3 he found my mom's Amazon cart had a romance novel, so he deleted it and said those books would give her unrealistic expectations. Week 5 my stepbrother accidentally left a TikTok notification visible, and my stepdad grounded him for 2 weeks even though the video was literally about football highlights. One Sunday he seemed extra aggressive during phone checks, and my mom noticed something weird when he quickly scrolled past his own photos. She asked to see his phone again for her turn to check, and he got defensive, saying he already showed everyone his screen, but mom insisted since transparency went both ways according to his own rules. He handed it over sweating, and mom found 3 deleted text threads with someone named Crystal talking about meeting up after midnight and something about last week's performance being incredible. Mom's face went white and she asked who Crystal was, and he stammered that it was just a coworker, but there were also deleted conversations with someone named Roxanne about getting ready together, and someone named Jade about borrowing the red outfit that fits perfectly. My stepbrother and I exchanged looks because we knew he was about to get caught cheating, and honestly we were here for it after months of his controlling behavior. Mom started going through his photos but found nothing except work sites and equipment receipts, though she did notice ATM withdrawals at weird hours, always $200 at a time, and he claimed it was for work expenses but couldn't explain why construction materials required cash at 2 a.m. She kept scrolling and found a selfie where his face looked weirdly smooth and shiny with glitter visible on his cheek. My stepbrother asked to see the phone because he wanted to learn what not to do, and my stepdad tried to grab it back, but my stepbrother discovered something called the recently deleted folder that my stepdad apparently didn't know existed on iPhones. Mom snatched the phone from my stepbrother before he could open it, saying she'd handle this herself. Mom scrolled through the first few photos, and her face went from confused to shocked to completely pale as she kept swiping. She dropped the phone like it was on fire and stared at my stepdad, who lunged for it, but she grabbed it back and held it away from him. "What the hell is this?" she screamed, and he was already crying, saying he could explain, but she kept yelling, "Who is Belladonna?" which made my stepbrother and I exchange looks because that sounded like another woman's name. My stepdad was sobbing about how it wasn't what it looked like, and mom was shouting, 3 years? 3 years of this?" And we knew he was totally busted for cheating. Mom asked about the $5,000 that went missing from their savings, and he broke down admitting he spent it but wouldn't say on what, just kept saying, "Please let me explain," while mom kept shaking her head in disgust. She yelled, "You made us live by your rules while you were doing this behind our backs?" And my stepbrother whispered to me that dad was definitely having an affair with this Belladonna woman. Mom was listing off things about performances and costumes, which made us think she was some kind of dancer or stripper, and when mom shouted "you," grounded our son over a heart emoji while you were texting about borrowing wigs, we were confused but still thought it was code for something. My stepbrother finally grabbed the phone from mom's hand, saying we deserved to see who dad was cheating with, but the first photo made us freeze because it wasn't some woman. It was my stepdad in full makeup and a bright red sequined dress with a caption saying, "Belladonna bringing fire tonight." We kept scrolling in shock through dozens more of him death dropping on stage while crowds threw money at him. Our construction boss stepdad, who acted like the toughest guy in the world, wasn't having an affair. He was a drag queen with a complex. He was still crying, saying performing was the only time he felt free, but mom picked up her phone and her keys, and as she walked out she said, "Next Sunday, Belladonna can make her own damn dinner."